started, breaking in half, left us broken hearted. So where do we go from here? Take me home, cause I wanna feel like I belong. They relate to all this pain in my past, so they listen to my song. So let's go back to where it began and where it all started from. Take this chance, one last dance, cause I've been waiting way too long. Take my hand, I wanna show you something. Promise I've been dying to see ya. They say the grass ain't always greener. I guess what they're saying is true. In my dreams, that's where I seen her. Take my heart and take all of me, girl. Let me show you what I wanna do. I wanna spend the rest of my life with you. Are you listening, darling? Look where we started, breaking in half, left us broken hearted. So where do we go from here? Are you listening, darling? Look where we started, breaking in half, left us broken hearted. So where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Yeah, where do we go from here? Are you listening, darling? Are you listening, darling? Are you listening, darling? Look where we started, breaking in half, left us broken hearted. So where do we go from here?
Hello and welcome back, everybody, to another live stream. So of course it is Friday the 18th of October, so it is pretty much the end of another week, right, in terms of working days, right? Still got the weekends, right? But we know how Bitcoin has been acting over the past few weekends. We know that it's been pretty non-existent volume over the course of the weekend, right? Pretty flat price action, pretty boring. And I mean, this is what I used to speak about quite a lot, right? As this market does mature, this is kind of what we can expect, right? The weekends to be a lot more quiet, right? Because that's when you're expecting more of the institute when a market is maturing. That's when you're looking at more institutions being involved in the market, and of course the institutions are not trading on the weekends, right? So the volume is significantly lower. Now, it doesn't mean that we're not going to see a big move on the weekend. We know that this market still isn't it's not hit its maturity yet, so there is still a possibility for a big move on the weekend. But over the past however many weekends now, it's been about 4 weeks in a row, we have seen just very boring, very quiet price action on the weekend. So that's just something to think about, right? Of course, I never overanalyze the markets on the weekend, as in I will never sit down and just really go through in depth into what I believe is going on, because again, the markets are pretty dead. They're pretty boring. That's what you can kind of expect. But of course, if there is that big move, I am there. I am ready to of course sit down and see what is happening, of course. So today we will run through the Bitcoin analysis as we always do, and we'll take a look at what price is currently doing now, what the order flow is saying. We will also take a look at my plan as well, because if you are a regular watcher, you will know, right, I am not in a trade at this moment in time. Okay, so I am looking to get myself into a trade. Again, I'm not in a position where I'm annoyed about not being in a trade, or worried about not being in a trade, and pulling my hair out because I'm not in a trade. Absolutely not, right? I'm remaining calm, collective, right? And waiting for my major levels for that next best trading opportunity. I do understand that I should be in a long trade. There were 2 long trade opportunities from these 2 areas here. And of course, I spoke about both of these long trades here on YouTube, and of course, in the daily market updates with the team as well, explaining what I wanted to see. So there were opportunities, right? There were opportunities to take those trades because I did speak about them publicly. I did speak about them in a little bit more depth with the team. But yeah, I myself did not take any of these long trades because when we saw these long trades present themselves to us, it was 1 o'clock in the morning. Here in the UK. So yeah, for me it was impossible to take the trade because I was asleep. So yeah, we will jump into it, talk about what's going on, talk about that next trade that I'm looking for, of course. Again, I would like to be in a trade, yes, right, but again, I'm not pulling my hair out because I'm not in a trade, and I'm not going to take a trade just for the sake of not being in a trade, and I want to be in a trade. Okay, I'm waiting for the next best high probability trade setup. So yeah, we will talk about all of that, of course. Before we get into it though, please do make sure you smash that thumbs up button. It really helps me out, helps the channel out, and I can continue to bring this content to you. But yeah, of course, as well, if you aren't subscribed already, please do subscribe. Yeah, every Monday to Friday, I am coming live here and sharing my thoughts on the market, my analysis on the market. And yeah, of course, sharing the trades with the team over on the Visionary Discord. So yeah, let's jump into it. Let's take a look at what's going on and yeah, what my plan kind of is. So yeah, larger perspective, right? We're still bearish in my eyes, still bearish. Okay, up until the point where we break $70,000. Okay, we're now looking at yes, high time frame bullish structure here, so we are looking a little bit more bullish, right? But for me, still, we need to get above 70K to completely invalidate the bearish scenario, right? If we get above 70K, right, we can completely just abolish this bearish scenario here. Doesn't mean that we can't get a new bearish sentiment on the market. Absolutely not, right? Things can happen, okay? And maybe we come up and maybe we do look extremely bearish up here, but right, it does take us one step away from that bearish scenario if we do break this downtrend that we are in. Of course, we are very much in a nice uptrend at this moment in time, okay, in a really nice uptrend at this moment in time, and this could take us to all-time highs, right? This could take us to all-time highs, but yeah, what we kind of need to see for that, of course, is to get above 70K, right, invalidating that bearish structure so that we can continue this higher time frame bullish structure. Now, like I said, right, there was a long trade setup presented to us here off of a GP786 with a naked point of control, and then we had absorption there, okay, and then off of this one here, right, we had a naked point of control, and then we had, of course, this swing failure pattern of this pivot point here, right, and yeah, we've seen a really nice rise up to come and complete wave 5, right, come and complete wave 5 of this bullish Elliott wave count that we've been looking at, right? And yeah, I guess the next thing that we are looking for, right, is of course an ABC correction. We are looking for an ABC correction. This is what happens quite a lot of the time. We get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bullish count or bearish count, and then we tend to see an ABC correction, of course, in the opposite direction. So yeah, now we've completed wave 5, we can be looking towards an ABC correction, right? But yeah, for that, right, we need to see a trade setup. We can't just enter into a short trade, all right? We can't do that, okay? We have to look for a trade entry, and we need to wait for that trade entry trigger to take the trade, okay? We're not just entering into a trade for the sake of entering into a trade. So towards the upside, right, my next major level is kind of that $70,000 level, okay, that $70,000 level here, because it is a major pivotal point, right? At the same time, okay, as it being a major pivotal point, we also have some confluences up there. We have a naked point of control at 69,500, and then we have some naked points of control at like 70,860 and 71,250. I'm a little bit more interested in these naked points of control up here rather than this one here, just because I believe that We are probably going to see a lot of long trades coming in as we get up to 70K. Okay. First of all, it's a big psychological level, right? So, in itself, right, it's a bit of resistance as well because it's a psychological level. But we know what the majority of the market is looking at, right? They're looking at this kind of bull flag here, right? And I haven't looked at the order flow in the past in the past hour. I've literally come down, sat down, set the stream up, and come live for you guys. I haven't looked at the order flow now, but I can tell you for sure, without even looking at the order flow, right, that we are probably seeing a lot of long trades opening up in this candle here. Okay, I could be wrong. It could just be a short squeeze, but I am pretty confident, okay, that we are seeing a lot of long trades open up here. Why? Because what are we doing? We are finally breaking out of this so-called bull flag, right? We're breaking out of the bull flag. So I'm expecting a lot of long trades to come in. So if we go take a look at the order flow, give it a bit of a refresh, make sure we're all up to date. And there we are, right? 54 million new long trades opening up. Okay, 54 million new long trades opening up in this single candle right here. Okay, where are they all opening? And they're all opening at the high here. Okay, you can see the POC of the candle is at the almost the high of the candle. So we're seeing a lot of long trades coming in at this moment in time. To be exact, 54 million. Okay, long trades opened up here. In the previous candle, we had 11 million. Previous candle, we had 19 million. Okay, we had 19 million there as well. 25 million this morning. Or was that this morning? No, so that was yesterday. So yesterday we had 25 million. And then, of course, all of this lot as well, 32, 38, 51. So we're seeing a lot of long trades open up, but especially now, right? 54 million long trades opening up in this candle here, of course, pushing price up. Now, what is this? Who are these? Who are these people longing, right, at this absurd level? Okay, absurd to us anyway, right? I look at this and I think, why would you open a long trade up here? Why? Okay, the long trade setup was from down here or from down here. Okay, why would you look to long here, right? What are they looking at? Well, they're of course looking at Bitcoin breaking out of this bull flag. Okay, this is what it is. This is that 54 million long trades opening up because we're breaking out. Now, these are probably what we can call the late early longs, right? Because they're not necessarily waiting for like a higher time frame candle close, right? They're just longing because we're breaking out. Okay, we'll probably see a lot more longs opening up as price maybe increases a little bit more towards 70K, or even if we just get a higher time frame candle close, right, above this breaking out of this bull flag here. Okay, so we've got a lot of longs opening up already, and I wouldn't expect it to slow down, right? This is what we've been talking about for a while. This is what we've been planning for a while. We're expecting a lot of these long trades to open up on this breakout, and this is exactly what we're starting to see, and this is exactly what we want to see. Okay, in both scenarios. Okay, so if we want to see higher prices, new long trades coming in is what we really have to rely on. Okay, and what we really need to, of course, see all-time high, because there's not a huge amount of short trades that have opened up anywhere here. Okay, anywhere here. Why? Because the whole market has been incredibly bullish, and they've been longing, right? They've been longing every single move up. Okay, and every move down, none of these moves down have been caused by shorts, right? These have been caused by sells, right, that have been coming into the market due to the fact that long trades have been getting wrecked. Okay, so it's long trades getting wrecked selling into the market, not people coming into the market and deciding to sell, right? They're not choosing to sell, they're forced to sell, right? That is what it is, okay? So yeah, for me, for price to rise, even to 70K, we're pretty close to it, and even all-time high, we do need to see new long trades coming in, okay? Because like I said, there's a very minuscule amount of short trades that are still going to be open from these highs. So we can't really expect, Okay, we can't really expect a short squeeze up. Right, okay, maybe we'll start to see lots of retail shorts opening up. Okay, then right, we could see longs, of course, coming in, taking us above where those, taking us back above possibly where those shorts have opened up. Okay, and then yeah, right, that may just add fuel to the fire, and we'll see a little bit of a short squeeze, right? And that would just help price continue higher. But I would expect mainly that this move is going to be fueled by new trades coming in, especially going back to the fact that we are breaking out of this bull flag here. Now, again, getting back to what I was saying, we want to see these long trades coming in for both scenarios, right? Higher prices, new long trades coming in, right? That's the only way price is going to move up. Okay, if new long trades are coming in, because like I said, we don't have shorts to see a short squeeze. Okay, the other reason is because if we want a short, which is kind of my plan here, my idea is to look for a big short trade, because again, we do not want a long up here. This is the worst place to be longing. Again, the long was from here, the long was from here. We spoke about both of these long trades, right? And again, we're not looking for long trades up here. We're looking for short trades. Okay, we're looking for a reason for price to pull back. Okay, so of course we've got our level, right? Like I spoke about a few minutes ago, we have the $70,000 psychological, $70,000 major pivotal high here. Okay, with strong resistance just above as well. Okay, so price rising up into this resistance, up into that psychological 70K level, right? What can we be expecting? Well, of course, we can be expecting lots of long trades to open up. Why? Okay, normally I wouldn't, we couldn't really be extremely confident on trades opening up, but here we can be quite confident that long trades are going to open up because we know what everybody's looking at. We know what retail traders are looking at. They're looking at, okay, this breakout of the bull flag, right? And we know how they play this game, right? We know that they're going to long this, and we can see already that they are longing this as well. Okay, so yeah, we can expect long trades to open up, but then coming into this resistance, right? Coming into this resistance, if we start to see price pull back a little bit, okay, again, this is a textbook trade that we've been taking so often, okay, recently, so often, where we see, of course, a huge amount of long trades open up, into resistance, okay, price starts to pull back, we form trap traders at the high, and then, of course, we get that domino effect, okay, of longs getting wrecked, okay, long squeeze, right? Because longs are forced to then cover, right? The trap traders at the high are forced to cover, of course, selling into the market, pushing price lower into more long trades who have to cover, sell into the market, down into new long trades, that domino effect, all right? And that's exactly what we saw here, okay, even here, right? And even on these smaller pullbacks that we saw here, right? We've seen it so often, okay? And yeah, the more the longs that come in, okay, the bigger the pullback, the bigger the pullback, most likely, right? So yeah, for me, it's okay. Everybody's going to be getting extremely bullish on this move up, right? Can we capitalize on this when we are possibly about to see a big long squeeze, right? Take advantage, of course, of that pullback by looking for that short trade. And does it mean that I'm very bearish on Bitcoin looking for 50K? Absolutely not, right? Absolutely not. Let me just pull the chat up quick. I can see a comment has come in. Reddy, good to see you back, my friend. Good to see you back. How are you doing, my friend? But yeah, getting back to it, right? I can see, right? Sorry, if we do see the short trade set up, right, and we see price pull back, and I'm in this short trade, does that mean that I'm extremely bearish on Bitcoin and I'm looking for 50K? Absolutely not, right? I understand Bitcoin is actually looking quite good here, right? We're actually looking quite bullish, and we could get the short trade, we could see the pullback, but what could the pullback lead to, right? The pullback could lead to another higher low, right? So it's a healthy pullback. Okay, it's nothing to be worried about. We're shaking out all of the retail, stupid longs here, right? Pulling back and giving us, more room to move higher. Okay, that's all we're giving ourselves on a pullback, right? So, if I just want to, highlight that point, because I understand that, if people who don't follow this channel on a regular basis come and watch this video, okay, watch this live stream, and they talk about me planning a short trade and looking for lower prices here. I don't want them to get the wrong impression that I'm a perma bear on this market. I'm very bearish on this market, right? That's not how it is. Again, I'm a trader. I'm never a perma bull. I'm never a perma bear. Okay, I don't care where price goes. Okay, I really don't care. I'm just looking to take advantage of whichever direction price goes. Okay, so I don't care if it goes up. I don't care if it goes down. I'm just looking at taking advantage of price going up if it goes up, or going down if it goes up, right? And I'm looking for high probability pivot points, pretty much, right? And here is, in my opinion, okay, it's not confirmed yet, right? But here, in my opinion, there is a high probability that price is going to pull back. Okay, of course, if we see everything aligning and we do get those trap traders, then for me it screams a long squeeze, right? Squeezing out all of these stupid longs that have opened up, because we've broken out of a bull flag, right? Okay, does it mean that we're going to 50k? Absolutely not, right? It means that price is most likely going to pull back a bit, okay, for then a possible long trade setup down here, which could then take us up to a new high, continuing this bullish structure, which could in fact continue to take us to all-time high, right? That is the plan pretty much that I am looking at, right? That's the plan I'm looking at. Possible short trade from here, price to pull back, to get a possible long trade to possibly take that up to all-time high, right? Because if we're forming this bullish structure here, all-time high, right, is on the tables, right? Is on the table, right? It is a possibility, okay? But of course, we have to remain in that bullish structure. If we start to lose, right, that bullish structure, so let's say we do get the short trade set up from here, okay, we get the pullback, we continue to pull back further, we break that bullish structure, and maybe not like that, but maybe we see something like this, we form like lower time frame bearish structure to then break that bullish structure. Okay, that's when we can look at, right, maybe prices is looking more bearish here rather than bullish. We're not going to go to all-time high. Okay, maybe we're going to come back down to 50k, right? That's when we can talk about it, right? When we start to lose, let's say $58,800. If we start to lose that, okay, that's when the bullish, when I would invalidate, okay, the bullish case scenario. Okay, that's where I would invalidate it. Okay, but where we are now, right, of course, we still have to remember we are in bearish structure, but probability's sake, we're kind of looking, we're looking quite bullish here, and we're looking like we're going to break this very higher time frame bearish structure. Okay, of course, now higher time frame bullish structure, right? If this holds, like I've said, right, yeah, okay, we get a short trade, we get a bit of a pullback, but we're looking for a long trade for then a continuation higher, right? And this little pullback as well could actually just be that small ABC correction that we need, right? On a smaller scale, of course. Okay, this small ABC correction that we need, right, to then continue that move up, right? Continue that move up, right? And in all honesty, okay, if I am looking for Bitcoin to break all-time high, I would rather see this pullback, okay, and surpass all-time high quite significantly. If we want to see that, right, price surpass all-time high pretty significantly, then we want to see this pullback, because if we get to all-time high from where we are now and we just head up straight to all-time high, in my opinion, this would actually be pretty bearish. Okay, why? Because we're going to have an incredible amount of long trades coming in, and then at the same time, right, the amount of FOMO that would be going on at that point, right? If we saw just a huge candle up to all-time high, it would be immense, right? The FOMO that would be going in, the FOMO that we would be seeing up here. Okay, and in my case, that would lead to a much bigger correction. Okay, a much bigger correction, taking us probably down to 50k pretty swiftly, right? Whereas if we can move up a little bit, get a bit of a pullback, take advantage of that with a short trade, then show some sign of strength down here for the long trade and take that up, okay, to all-time high, right? Then what does that mean? Okay, well, that means there is a lot less, okay, a lot less long trades in the market and a lot less FOMO longs in the market. Okay, why? Because we've shaken a lot of them out on this move down, right? Of course, yeah, we'll start to see them here, right? And that's another story, right? We'll probably get to all-time high, maybe see another pullback there, okay? But if, right, we get this bit of a shakeout to shake out all of these, what we can call early longs, right? Shaking all of those out, okay, and then a move up higher again, okay, is actually a lot more healthy than seeing price go higher, okay. And I think a lot of people can agree with me here, and even the perma bulls. If you're a perma bull out there, and you're saying no, we're going to all-time high, okay, even you, I think you can agree with me that a bit of a pullback before another move up would be more healthy, right? It's not that we're going to see this, right? It's not it's not certain we're going to see this. I would like to see this. Again, I'm planning for something like this, right? I'm planning for a short trade to take this down for a possible long trade. Of course, the price targets or the drawings on here aren't accurate, right? We might not see price come down to this level. Maybe we see the reversal a little bit higher, a little bit lower, right? It's not accurate. It's just a rough idea, right? So yeah, I think anyone can agree with me that if we want to see all-time high, that a bit of a pullback would be a little bit better, right? It would be healthier. Doesn't mean that we can't go straight to all-time high, but that for me would be more bearish if we went to all-time high, okay? Or it would be bearish if we were to just go straight to all-time high, because again, like I said, just the amount of FOMO, the amount of longs that we're going to have open there, it's just a recipe for disaster. Exactly like all of these huge moves up here. We know how many long trades open up, right? If you were a regular watcher and you were watching all the way back in May and July and even March as well, we went through the order flow every single day there. And it was just longs and longs, just like hundreds of millions of longs, right? 100 million in one candle, right? That was what we were seeing back then. Okay, just incredible amounts of longs opening up at these highs, and even on the moves up, right? And it was just a recipe for disaster, right? Lower low, lower low, lower low. Okay, so to prevent us from seeing that, right, we want to see a little bit more structure, like we're seeing now. Okay, nice move up, right? Squeeze out those early longs, okay, but still holding the bullish structure. Nice move up, okay, but squeezing out those early longs, right, for a nice little move back, but still holding that bullish structure. Nice move up, right, to then see a bit of a pullback, right, to squeeze out those early longs to get another move up would be absolutely amazing. Okay, that would be amazing to see. And of course, I'm a trader. I don't care where price goes, so I don't care if we're going to all-time high, right? But of course, I just need to have a little bit of a plan and a little bit of a understanding on where price could go and how price could do that, right? And this is kind of one of the plans that I have, the main plan at this moment in time that I have, right? Price coming up, we get the pullback, right, for a long trade, and then we continue higher, right? Again, this is kind of the main plan. We could see price going straight up to all-time high, right, where we've got a nice naked point of control there. And then for that, I would be just looking for of course, a short off of that if we do get the short trade set up, right? Again, off of either of these levels, we may not get the short trade set up, and we may just see continuation higher. Okay, we may just see continuation higher. So we'll have to see, of course, how that plays out. But yeah, that's currently my plan. That's what I'm looking for, right? 70K. These naked points of control, right? Lots of longs coming in. Let's see if we can trap loads of FOMO longs up here for a bit of a pullback to then get a long trade somewhere down here to then, of course, take that up to another higher high. That's kind of my main plan at this moment in time. So yeah, for me, it's just patience. Again, I wish I was in a long trade, right? I wish I was in this long trade. I wish I was in this long trade, but yeah, I can't enter into every single trade, right? At some point, I do have to sleep. Of course, if you do have any questions, please do put those in the chat, and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you may have. Or if you want me to look at anything, quick look at the stock market as well. Stock market is just up there, right? It's just still up there. So yeah, the stock market being up there is of course a very, 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 very bullish for um, for Bitcoin. So of course we'll just have to see how that does play out. Of course, if the stock market continues to rise, we can be looking for, of course, a continuation. We can be looking for a continuation higher on Bitcoin, right? But yeah, going back to the order flow, let's refresh it again. Let's take a look, right? 52 million longs coming in here. You know, it's holding up nice as well. He's good, thank you. He's good, thank you, Reddy. Yeah, he's not currently with me at the moment. He's downstairs sleeping. He had a just before I came live. We went on a nice long walk. So yeah, he's very tired. A muddy walk because yeah, the weather hasn't been too great here. I mean, it was a lovely day today, but the weather hasn't been too great here in the UK, so it's just muddy and boggy everywhere. But I did end up driving somewhere else because where I live, it's just I live in like a bit of a flood zone, so it just floods all around me. So yeah, I decided to drive somewhere else because you know there's a river by us and river by my house, and sometimes the water level gets so high, right, that you can't even go over the bridge because you know you're going to ruin your car. The water's going to come in your car. But then there's like a footpath that goes over the river. It's like it's a bridge, and you know even that it turns into a swimming pool because it's kind of like flat, and then where they've created like this concrete, they've put this concrete slab there to allow the water to go through, and then of course there's a bridge over the top. But yeah, sometimes the river is so full to the point that it fills up this concrete thing that they've made, and then it goes above the the walkway of the bridge, but then it also goes above the handrail for the bridge as well. So it literally turns into a huge swimming pool, and it's really annoying because it blocks off all of the walks from my house. So yeah, sometimes I don't think it's that bad at the moment, but I know it's pretty high at the moment. But yeah, I decided just drive somewhere else that's not flooded. But honestly, it takes like a week for the water to disappear from here. It's crazy. So yeah, just a huge amount of long trades opening up here. Well, 50 million in one candle. And I mean, if this can continue, right? If this can continue, we can see 70K. I'd say pretty quickly. In all honesty, we could see 70K pretty quickly. But yeah, if you haven't already, please do smash that thumbs up button. It does help me out, helps the channel out as well. But yeah, I think if there are no more questions, oh, here we go. Mo, good to see you back, my friend. Hi, AJ. Hope you're doing good. I'm doing well, Mo. Hope you're doing well as well. Maybe it's a top calling that long amounts. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could argue, right? If yeah, I agree, right? If price starts to pull back here, that's a lot of long trades. Yeah, that's going to cause a bit of a yeah, bit of a long squeeze if we do start to see price pulling back. I do agree with you there. But yeah, I just look at this and I don't see any major key levels here. Okay, I don't see any key levels here. So for me, yeah, it's not. Yeah, okay, it could be like it could end up being a top, right, or it could just be like a local top. But yeah, I couldn't enter into a short trade here because there's just no short trade setup. Again, I'm always waiting for the highest probability trade setups. So yeah, for me, the next highest probability trade setup is from like 70K. So up until that point, I'm not going to short. Of course, right, maybe things will change, okay, over an extensive period of time. Right, maybe we don't quite make it to 70K. Maybe we form like an internal pivot point, which we can get a nice short trade off of. But yeah, where I stand right now, it's like, okay, yeah, maybe we could see a reversal from here, but 70K is just kind of that key target that I would be looking for, to be honest. But yeah, you're not wrong there at all. You're not wrong. If price does start to pull back, it could get messy there. It could definitely get messy. But yeah, in all honesty, like if we can continue to see longs opening up, we'll probably get to 70K pretty quickly. And yeah, of course, then we have the possible short trade planned from 70K. And from my expectations, I would be expecting a lot of long trades to open up coming into 70K and at 70K. I'm probably a little bit above if we are going to get a wick up there. And that's kind of where I'd be looking for the bigger short trade, the bigger long squeeze, the bigger pivot point, right? For then again, like I said, my plan for like a bit of a pullback, right, and then a continuation higher, right, to continue this bullish structure that we are in. But yeah, very much we could get it from here. But yeah, it's just not something that I would trade. I mean, if I go into the smaller time frame, maybe. I guess yeah, you could argue maybe you get a lower time frame trade entry here, maybe off of like a failed auction of 68,400. Okay, that's an argument to be had, to be honest with you. But again, bigger plan, highest probability trade would be more from 70K. That's just my feeling. But yeah, I think I will leave that there then. It is a Friday, and yeah, I've been live for almost 40 minutes here. So yeah, I think I will leave that there, and yeah, I will of course regroup with you guys on the Monday. For any, of course, visionary members, I will see you over on the Discord, as and when I am, of course, needed over there. But yeah, I will leave that there. I hope you guys have a lovely weekend. Yeah, like I said, I will see you Monday. Of course, if you want access to the Visionary Discord where I give all of the trades I take away, then that's the first link in the description, I think. And then second link is just that free Discord. But yeah, I will see you guys on the Monday. Have a lovely weekend and yeah, take care of yourselves. So yeah, thank you ever so much for watching. And if you haven't already, please do smash that thumbs up button. And yeah, like I said, I will see you guys on Monday. Take care and see you later. Goodbye.
Take me home, cause I wanna feel like I belong. They relate to all this pain in my past, so they listen to my song. So let's go back I've been waiting way too long. Take my hand, I wanna show you something. Promise I've been dying to see ya. They say the grass ain't always greener. I guess what they're saying is true. In my dreams, that's where I seen her. Take my heart and take all of me, girl.